Hello, I am GM Josh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first YouTube video on this YouTube channel. I have done other YouTube endeavors in the past, but I wanted to start something about my very favorite game of all time, Dungeons and Dragons, or tabletop role-playing in general. I've played a lot of role-playing games, but Dungeons and Dragons tends to be my favorite. I'm playing D&D 5e right now, and it is just awesome. I love it. I wanted to talk today about basically a tip. And really, the whole purpose of this channel is going to be to give daily anecdotes about my experiences playing D&D and some tips I have and some things I've learned running the game and some philosophy about D&D and just all things related to D&D. And my intention is to create a channel where people can tune in for a couple minutes a day and get to tune out the distractions of their life, the stressful things, by engaging in some conversation about something that they love and something that we do for fun that is actually quite prolific from an intellectual art perspective, which is engaging in community and role play and gaming and fantasy with our friends and our loved ones around the gaming table. Okay, and this is what I want to celebrate on this channel every single day, and that is going to kind of set the tone for how I want to proceed. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, please hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. You might find some stuff to, at the very least, give you some inspiration, some good ideas. But one of the most important things to any game, really, if you want to start any kind of long-term campaign, this probably doesn't necessarily always qualify for one-shots, though it could qualify for one-shots on a smaller scale, which I'll explain in a moment, is having a map. Now, the title of this video is GM Tip, Playing D&D, Start with a Map of Your World. And this is really important. Characters need to understand, or at least it's better if they understand where they are in the world. A map can give you so much inspiration. It can inspire so much discovery and adventure with your players, and even for you as a GM. This could mean a map of the town. This could mean a map even of just the room or the dungeon. This could mean a map of the larger continent and the world state. And the reason why this is on my mind today is because I've actually been working on developing a sort of world setting for a world that I've created. And I'm going to talk more about that at length in coming videos. However, what I'm starting with as I'm beginning the process of writing this stuff down is really a world map. And I'm going to use Midjourney to create the continents, and then I'm going to splice them together. I'm not going to necessarily create technical tutorials about this. There are people on YouTube who are creating incredible technical tutorials, and I'm watching some of those videos while I create my maps. But this is making me think that my goal is to create a published world state that I can use with my players, that I can make available to my players, that I can even print out. I would like to order them in a book format, make them look very professional, so I could share them with my players and be like, hey, this is the world we're playing in. Here's my world. You could take this home with you. You could read up on it and get some lore. I've got pantheons of gods created for this world setting. I've got different continents, different cultures, different political kind of situations. And then there's a certain era of history I'm focusing on within this world state, which is very high fantasy, classic D&D style. However, the thing is that all of that world building really starts with a map or maps. And for me, it's going to start with a large world map with continent maps for each of the 5 major continents. And at this point, I'm probably not going to break it down any more than that. So if I can create those 5 continent maps using Midjourney and Canva as tools, and then I can splice them together to make a larger world map, this will serve as an excellent basis for basically moving forward to create a really interesting, intriguing space for my characters to role play in and to grow their characters in and to create stories with together. So I just want to encourage you, if you're getting started and you're not quite sure where to start, you know what? Grab a map offline, jump on Midjourney, get a map. If you Google Dungeons and Dragons fantasy world maps and you go just to Google images, there are all kinds of maps that people have created that you can print out and just personally use with your group. In fact, I have taken images of Dungeons and Dragons, their world of Greyhawk, and I have broken it up into a grid with an 8-page grid, so make it a big map, take it to the printer, print out the grid, tape it together meticulously to make a big rollout map of the world. And me and my friends, we played in Greyhawk for years in several campaigns. We used that map just over and over until literally it was like torn up and ruined. But it was so helpful as a cornerstone of inspiration and creativity. So I just want to encourage you, inspire you today to think about leveling up your map game to level up your D&D game. All right, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next one. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll be back tomorrow.